Hello, all you wonderful viewers. Welcome to the DadBodSquadCast. I'm here with... Okay, restart, retake. We're gonna do it again. Hello, all you... Okay. Hello, all you... Every time. Let me see that. Take 4. Hello, all you wonderful viewers. Welcome to the DadBodSquadCast. I'm joined with my good friend AceMan800.
Hi.
And Season Rights.
Am I not a good friend?
You're also a good friend.
I feel like we gotta get this. We gotta get to the root of the issue right here. Is he truly a good friend? Because if he was truly a good friend, then you would. Or okay, are you the good
you would have
friend?
started out. No,
I think Season is the good friend.
Friends.
He's a good friend to me. My good friend, Season Rights. If he was a good friend to you, Chip Plays. If you were a good friend to him, you would have said that he was a good friend to begin with.
You both make valid points. Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the DadBodSquadCast. I'm joined by my both wonderful, beautiful friends, AceMan and Season Rights.
What about Cheyenne?
Hello, wonderful viewer, and welcome to the DadBodSquadCast.
The one viewer, wonderful viewer.
The one wonderful viewer. Okay, fuck it. We're going in. So how are you guys? How are you guys doing?
Okay.
Chip Plays, you
just a bunch of school.
are an epic man.
Dude, you're more epic.
What season? Season's more epic.
Season's really epic. He's like 25% more epic on the epic scale.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Dude. I won't accept that until Ace accepts that he's a hunk.
I'm not a hunk guy. Okay.
See that I'm not epic. See that I'm not epic.
I want to put this... Okay, so these guys have been trying to say that I'm a hunk, and I'm not. Flash up pictures of me
of Ace being a hunk. Look at those muscles. Woo! Yeah, let's go.
It's just gonna play like the SpongeBob sound effect, where it's just like the womp, you know, like that.
The funny womp.
Yeah,
good.
I'm just gonna like show like that one picture of me with like the really like my shirt's tucked in and I'm just sitting down.
Yeah.
We can do video podcast on Spotify now, so this is probably gonna be the first video podcast on Spotify.
Let's go.
And it's pretty fucking epic. If it's not, then I lied and I'm sorry. But you know, I try and not lie because lying is not epic. Sometimes I say really tiny little lies that are really stupid and make no sense.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Like I kind of just like lie a little bit, but it's nothing like. There's no big lies. It's just like
I have a weird question for you boys. Speaking of lying, were you guys the kind of kid who would say the tiniest bit of like little tiny bit of lie just to get out of a situation that you felt you didn't want to be in anymore?
I feel like yes, but I don't remember a lot from my childhood.
Yeah, I feel like every kid lied because that's what kids do. Like, I would probably lie about, like, that one time when we got some paper and then I glued every page together. That was, like, one of my most criminal acts of all time, probably.
You glued every piece of paper together. It's like going to a library and binding all the books together.
Yeah, it's messed up. That's like my biggest crime. I should be punished.
That is hilarious, but also really fucked up. It's because someone's trying to print something and they can't get the paper because it's just glued.
I know, it's just a block of glued paper. It's like, whoa.
So you, as a kid, meticulously went through every page
Pretty much. I don't know if it was every page, but we had some Elmer's glue, and I was just like,
Oh,
that would be funky if I glued all the pages. And then I did it, and then I got in trouble.
Damn.
So
I wonder why.
yeah, I don't know. Could have been the fact that like I had Elmer's glue all over my hands or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Something. Yeah.
I remember like telling like stories as a kid to seem cool in front of my parents.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like they were like, "You're making up bullshit." And I was
I
like,
would do that too.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I would do that too, but instead of my parents, it was in front of like just people who I thought were friends back in like elementary school and shit like that.
Yeah, I did that like in front of like other kids. Be like, I'm so cool. Get this, guys. Get this crazy story.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hated school. I hated school, like the kids at school a lot of the time.
Yeah, I just hate kids, dude.
It's like, fuck, dude. One day it was like I was going down the hall, and I walked up to one of the people who I thought was a friend, and they were hanging out with some kids who didn't particularly like me. And he's like, "Yeah, no, dude, sorry, I just really liked you out of pity."
Oh,
That's like some fuck shit.
Yeah.
How old were you and them at this point in time?
This was high school.
Oh, that's like kind of even more
That's
fucked
like-
up. I feel like if
that's
it's
even
kids,
worse.
kids are ruthless.
If it's like a little 5-year-old like middle schoolers, but like when it's in high school, that's like
come on, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Fuck. This is like a kid I used to hang out with all the time too. Like we would just hang out and do whatever during like lunch. And then it's like,
fucked.
yeah, sorry, I really don't like you. We just liked you out of pity.
God. So
Fucked
fucked.
up.
Yeah. That's why I don't like. I mean, I liked high school. High school had some pretty fun memories, but it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
just fucked
homeschool.
up.
Yeah.
God. And then like I don't know, like you gotta have fucking balls to say that in front of someone like to their face, you know?
What the fuck?
Mm.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck does that? I'm autistic and I wouldn't do that. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
God, I was picked on in school a lot
Yeah.
up until
Yeah.
high school. Cause like, did I ever tell you, Ace Man, about the about the time? I think I told Ace Man this one, but it's
Mhm.
back in preschool, or I was at school. No, this was kindergarten. I was at the school where my grandma worked at the time, and one day it was recess. It was a normal day. We kind of just went outside. Everybody did their thing, and then this one kid decided, "Hey, fuck you," and shoves me up against the wall and tries to smash my face in with a rock.
Bro.
Oh, you did tell me about that.
Yeah.
God.
Kids.
Like, he was out for blood.
Yeah.
God. One time I was just like, it was like fucking second grade or some shit, maybe third. It was probably third grade, the grade that I dropped out of. Fucking. It was outside recess or whatever. Or it was like we had to like walk around the outside place. Like there was like a mulch path that we had to like do a lap around or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I was just like walking, minding my own business, and I just get hit in the fucking middle of my back with a giant rock.
Oh. What the fuck?
Some kid just threw it at me, and then I was like in pain, crying, and this kid was like, I didn't, you know, like just being like like trying to play it off like he didn't mean to do it, but it was like completely like he threw it at me.
Yeah.
And it was that was a yike moment. Third grade was a bitch for me, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck. I think this one was in middle school this time. No. This was still in. No, it was in middle school. So we had like the big old playground with like the fucking with the tall ass Eiffel Tower rope thing.
Oh.
I can't remember. Like I'm trying to.
Is it kind of like the one in Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Where he climbs up of it and like he kind of like hangs down upside down by his feet, and then the kids pick on him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. But like, imagine okay, and then I'm trying to think of like what the fuck this thing is now, because it's not the rope Eiffel Tower thing is not important to the story, but the fucking. Or it's like the wheel on the bottom and like the wheel on the top. Like you grab onto the wheel on the top and you start spinning for some fucking reason. Do you know what I'm talking about? People love this fucking thing. So it's like it's my turn to get on. I get on. Spin, get really dizzy, walk off, and then my pants fall off.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's always the worst thing, dude.
Dude, I had cool underwear on that day. I had monster truck underwear.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's not so
epic.
bad. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to piss my pants a lot.
Oh
yeah.
There's like a picture of me at Disney World, and it looks like a shadow, but I know it's piss.
Yeah. Damn.
It's fucked up.
Now I want to be stuck on this thing because like I want to know what it's called.
Probably like probably like a wheelie do or some shit. I don't know, like playground bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that would be called.
Chip, I wish that I grew up homeschooled like you, like in that.
Yeah.
Because like.
Yeah, because it's like, oh man, all I've ever heard about public school is just the horror stories.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say like one positive thing. Like obviously like people are like, oh, I had a good friend in school or whatever, but it's never been like they preferred public school over homeschool, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like it might be like easier to make friends in public school because like when you're homeschooled, it's like your radius is like your neighbors and that's it.
Yeah.
But like
there's something that's like it, but it's like,
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, imagine like kind of that thing like kind of smaller, more. Yeah,
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Yeah. Imagine that, but it's like there's two wheels. There's one up top and one on the bottom.
Oh, I kind of I get it now. I think I've seen one of those before.
Yeah.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. God. Yeah, I don't know. School's a fucking. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I still hate school.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
How's college treating you, big man? Big Chip Blaze man? I know the answer.
Yeah. It's just like such a bra moment. Like dealing with teachers is like the worst aspect because there's so many teachers. Like I've had a lot of great teachers, right? But when you get a bad teacher, you're fucked. Like because you can't do anything about it. Because they're the teacher, you know. It's like they grade your work, and it's like I don't know, they're in power, you know.
Yeah.
Because like my teacher for linear algebra is just not a good teacher, and it makes the course so much harder because linear algebra is already a bra moment, but like when he's not teaching us anything, and then what he always does, which I really hate, is that he purposely makes the exams like way too hard. Because what he does is he asks, what would you prefer to be on the exam? What do you think would be a good exam? And then we say what we think would be a good reflection of what we've been learning in class. And then he just doesn't do that. Like he does the opposite of what we want, and he makes it so hard. Oh, it's the worst, dude. I don't even know if I'm going to pass that class. Honestly, I'm probably going to have to take it again during the summer, and I'm just hoping that he's not going to be the teacher again, because then I'm like screwed. It's so frustrating because like the material is a bra moment, but it's like doable, you know? I mean, I did calculus and stuff. It's not that crazy, but like, I just can't learn anything from him. He's not like teaching us anything. He just goes through problems and like he doesn't say what he's doing. I don't even know, like it's so frustrating. I don't know. Because like calculus was hard, but it was so much easier because the teacher was like actually good at teaching. So I don't know. It's just so frustrating because I'm paying like $7,000 a semester.
Yeah.
And I'm paying to be confused and poorly taught. It's like, come on. I'm really disappointed. Like, if I'm paying, it's like, oh my God, it's like $14,000 a year. And if I'm paying that much, I should be learning. Like, there should be teachers that are actually teaching properly.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I've like talked to my advisor and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it. But then, like, people have like talked to the math department and stuff and be like, okay, this is being poorly taught. They're just like, yeah, we've heard a lot of people have had issues, but they haven't done anything about it. It's like they're just like, we're aware of the issue, and that's it. And they're not like, I don't know. I'm really hoping
to do anything about it.
Yeah, they're just like letting it happen, and it's so frustrating. Like, because we can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to have to waste more money and take it again during the summer. It's like,
God. You think that's a ploy? Right? So that the students do spend more money to properly learn shit?
God, I don't know, man. Like, if it is, then that's a bro moment.
That's why I'm like, I don't want to do that shit, you know?
I don't blame you at all. Honestly, it's like
it's not the fact that it's like I can't do it. It's more the fact that it's like college to me. Is it
like really worth it? Yeah.
It's like a really weird waste of money.
Oh yeah,
I think
and
it really
the debt
depends
too,
on like yeah, the debt. I mean, if you can't pay for it, then I honestly don't think it's a good idea. Because like college is fine for really specific fields where you need to like learn really specific knowledge. Like if you're going to be a doctor, you have to go to college. There's no question about that, right?
Exactly.
But it's like there's a lot of careers that people are like, oh, you need to get a college education, but you really don't, because with the internet, you can kind of learn anything you want.
Yeah, like I feel like definitely creative careers.
Oh yeah,
you don't need to go to college for that.
No, I mean there's so many people that are super successful and they've never gone to college. Yeah. So it's like obviously it's not.
I could see I could understand learning how to do things in a studio setting, like for animation, like learning how the studio works. But if you go to college, it's going to teach you all this extra garbage that is not pertaining to that.
I feel like for most things, like a lot of things like that, it's probably more beneficial to just go get an internship.
Yeah, right.
Instead of actually going to college, because the college is good at teaching just raw information, but it's not really good at like really like preparing people for the workplace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can go to college and I can be like, yeah, this is how you do this and this, but it's not like it's hard for me to apply that to the real world because it's not the real world. It's like this isolated bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
yeah, I just
depends.
It's so weird. I think that the school system is just it has not updated with the times, because it was like initially meant for like factory work and like let's just get these people good enough so that they can work in a factory.
Here's that rope tower I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, like I think
yeah.
I think the thing with the school system is like the whole thing is based around like you're either succeeding or you're not, which is like a really, it's kind of like a demoralizing thing, I think, for a lot of people trying to learn, because it's like, oh, the average is this, these people are doing this, but your grade is lower, you're bad, you're stupid, which is like really a really bad way to teach people, I feel like, because it doesn't give them an opportunity to learn, especially like with some of the classes I've taken where it's like you don't go back to older material, it's just constant new material. And so you don't have like an opportunity to like prove yourself. It's just, oh, you didn't do good. Oh, well, let's hope you do better next time. And so it's like,
see, that's the thing, Chip. With you and me, we had opposite like fucking experiences. Because with my school, we would learn the same 3 things in history class: Christopher Columbus, World War II,
yeah,
and then some modern day shit. And then it would just go back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just all sorts of fucked. I really do think that like percentage based grading, you know, like, or just grade based gradings where it's like, you know, you'll get a B or an A or a C is like really not a good way to teach people, because it like puts this idea in people's heads that like you're like not good enough.
Yeah.
You know?
I was a D average student. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't get the material. It's more of the fact that like the material was just boring to me.
Yeah, that's
I was a smart kid. I was a really smart kid. And then it's just like the school's like, oh yeah, here's like this for like the millionth time. I'm like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like especially like a lot of people are kinesthetic learners where they need to like experience something or do something to learn it.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's how I learn with like editing and stuff. I have to like do it, you know, like
yeah.
I do this thing where I recreate like people's styles or like certain like things that I see, and just to understand how it's done. Like with Ethan's album arts that he does, I like that style, so I tried to like recreate that a couple times, and I've just like gotten an understanding of how he like goes about it in like a certain like weird way, or I've just recreated it in my own way and it just turns out to look the same. And it's just like I like doing that because that means that I know how to do that in the future, and I could just bam knock it out without even thinking about it. And with like math in like a school setting where it's like, okay, you're just gonna fucking learn this formula, we're not gonna like actually teach you how to do it. Here's the
that is my
literally that's what my school did as well, where it's just like, oh yeah, have fun.
Yeah,
I just think the school system is so like one-sided. It's just like there's no like they don't cater to how people learn at all. Which is just
either you're smart or you're not. You know,
it's such a garbage system, honestly. And that's coming from someone that has like the fucking what is my GPA, like 3.98. It's like really high, and I still think it's garbage.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just so frustrating.
The fucking honors system, where it's like,
oh yeah.
That shit's so demoralizing. Or no, that's not the word.
Yeah.
Is it?
Demotivating or demoralizing?
Demotivating, demoralizing. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Because it's like, you know how those schools like see those other kids, and it's just like, oh yeah. No, they're God, even the honor roll fucking system, where it's like,
oh, it's so awful. Because the problem is like, because my issue with it is that it doesn't, it basically says that like, sure, I don't think like everybody needs to be like, oh, you did something, good job, but it's like, it's more of the fact that it's like, you're basically saying that the kids who are trying their ass off but not succeeding, don't mean a damn. Yeah, it's like there's such a like inequality between like, because it's like the kids that are given honor roll and stuff, they're like, oh, I'm smart, and then they do better. It's like, I don't know, it's just a completely broken system, really.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't giving out like merit-based rewards. I understand the idea, you know, is that like, oh, if you do well, then you should be rewarded. But it's kind of a problem, because then the people that don't get rewards just feel like garbage. So it's like, and then it's also becomes this thing where like people are like, oh, well, I'm smart because I have the honor roll. That means you're stupid. And it's like,
yeah,
such a dumb system.
I'm really glad that like a lot of the kids who were smart in my school weren't like that, because like a lot of them were the jocks, you know, like the people who like did all the sports. Thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
Because like everyone was super nice. Everybody that was on the honor roll system on my school was super nice, and they were, you know, they were willing to help with like whatever they could. So it's more of like, where am I going with this? I just think that it's the honor roll system has its perks, but it's like, but no, can't speak.
I get that.
I have no concept of what the honor roll system is.
Yeah, it's stupid, honestly. Like, man, just like, oh, you did better than everyone else, so you get an award, which I get, but yeah, I don't know. I
get what like the the idea for it is. It's the, like
the idea.
It's basically just trying to help kids, you know, do better and stuff like that. But it's like, but it's like the issue is with it is like sometimes half of the kids just don't care for school.
That's why, like, I know I've probably brought this up multiple times, but like, in a couple like Scandinavian countries, I think what is it, the Netherlands, I think, is one that I was looking at or whatever. They don't even have like grades, because the way in which they like teach kids is like they just get to choose what they want to learn about, which I think is a much better system, because it gets rid of this idea that like, you know, you're either smart or you're not, because that's not like how it works. Like, because people have skills, you know, like people are better at things than other things. It's not always just like, you're not good at math, well then you're just stupid, because maybe they're super great at more creative type things, you know, which is what I really feel like there needs to be like a complete rework, because it's just I don't know,
because like what the fuck is that you guys are the wrong people to ask for this, because Chip was homeschooled and Ace Man didn't oh, what the fuck is it called? Oh, it's where it's like you get to pick one class that you can do. One.
No idea.
Class. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I can't think of what the fuck it's called.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway, Elon Musk and Twitter, right? Am I right? Totally, totally totally relevant by this point.
Topic. Totally.
Sorry, we just been talking about school for like 20 minutes. I thought it was about time.
We can.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
God, people are so fucking butthurt about the Elon Musk thing. I honestly,
Twitter hasn't changed.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't see what the point. Literally, everyone's like, it's the downfall of everything. That's how it always goes on the internet. It's just like the same thing happened with the net neutrality shit. It was like, oh, the ISPs, and then nothing fucking happened.
No. Max is one of those people who think that it's like it's the end of like Twitter.
Is it though? I don't think it is.
Like he said it was like the worst. Like not, he didn't say it was the worst thing, but it was like close to the worst thing.
How?
In my eyes, this is the rebirth of Twitter, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Bring back free speech. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Nothing that like
Everyone's
Elon
like,
has...
it's gonna enable bullying. And it's like, no,
Good.
Are you fucking stupid? And then other people are like, oh well, I've gotten death threats.
Good.
Like,
Call the police.
As someone that has gotten death threats in the past, this is very alarming. You're gonna get death threats either way. What stopped you from getting death threats before?
And that's something that
the fact that you just said, I've gotten death threats before. This is alarming.
Exactly. And also, like, if you, it's not free speech to threaten someone. That's a crime. That's like,
that's like
Elon
if
Musk...
someone's actually giving you death threats, then just call the police. like file a report or something.
Yeah.
Instead of complaining about it.
The elongated muskrat has fucking clarified this, and people refuse to look at it. Or he's like, I mean free speech as it pertains to the law, like in the US. That is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? People are fucking stupid.
I just don't know what the problem is. I think people are afraid.
People are afraid to, like, not, like, oh my god. People are afraid of losing their fucking echo chambers and shit.
Yeah.
I think what people are really more upset about is the fact that, like, maybe Elon is going to stop like cancel culture on Twitter,
which is a good thing.
That's like the best thing.
But I think that's what people are most upset about.
All the nene babies that are the cancelers, like they're yeah.
I think the people. Sorry, go on.
No. You go. You go.
I think the people who are most upset about this whole situation, right, are the K-pop dream stans.
Yeah.
And fucking people who think that it's alright to cancel somebody for stupid shit that they've said in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they were using free speech in a harmful manner, and it was fine before, and they weren't getting fucking fucked over. God.
I say I want to cancel somebody and nobody bats an eye. Say the N-word once, everybody loses their mind.
God. I find it really funny.
Don't
like those
racist.
tweets. I find those really, like, those tweets from K-pop stans where it's like, okay, whenever they were trying to cancel Joji for being Filthy Frank or whatever, because they had just found out that he was that he had been Filthy Frank in the past.
Yeah.
And then some they're like, oh, Filthy Frank is saying the N-word. We should cancel him. And then like an actual black person on Twitter was like, he was playing a character. It was funny. And then the K-pop stan called the dude at the N-word.
Bruh.
It was like, what? What are you? What?
Such a
the hypocrisy is really fucking.
Yeah.
Like, it's so thick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's. I hate the whole being offended on other people's behalf shit. So much.
I hate to say it, but it's more. I hate that it's like it's white people the most.
Exactly, like, right? It's the white guilt. It's the white guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the overcompensation. Like, just calm down.
Yeah. Because
I find that I see that as a form of racism when you are overly offended on behalf of a person of color.
Not to like bring it up or anything, but Black Lives Matter was a good example.
In some cases, yes.
Yeah, like
it depends.
I'm not saying like the entire thing. I'm not. It's like.
Yeah.
But it's like, I also when it initially happened, you could go on Twitter and all you would see is like a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
You know.
And again, also,
I have nothing against it.
Yeah,
I'm specifying this right now.
Yeah.
I have nothing against it. I am just saying my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
We support chill people we were anti-racist, and we were like,
Yeah.
we're just chilling out. We're speaking. We're being real.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a good time. We don't mean ill will. To anyone who sees this in 3 years and tries to cancel DadBod. Fuck.
God.
But I saw, like, whenever Blackout Tuesday was happening, I would just I recoiled initially because of I immediately drew the connection that a majority of the people were doing it for clout. That's I was like, ugh, because a lot of people were doing that for popularity reason rather than the actual, like, it being
the
like
actual problem.
Exactly.
I hate to say it, but the Me Too movement.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the same shit. It's all just doing it for clout. Not all of it, but, like, I see a lot of that on Twitter especially, and I hope that, like, new Twitter is gonna be like better with that, or at least more balanced.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing shit for clout, you know what I fucking hate?
What?
Yeah.
I was browsing TikTok the other day just for the fun of it, and 3 videos in a row was 3 different people faking disabilities.
Oh, God damn it!
That, like, really angers me because that's so disrespectful to people that actually have disabilities. Oh, I hate it.
God.
You're capitalizing on other people's misfortune, which is such a broad moment.
The third one is the one that got me the most because it was one of those fucking dream stands. It was like, oh, I have 30 alters, including all of the Dream SMP.
Dream stands anger me, man.
Dream stands make me want to throw myself off a bridge.
What, you guys aren't dream sexual?
Gonna throw up.
God.
Don't ever say that to me, Janice, man. Never. If I even hear it come out of your mouth, our friendship is over.
I'm sorry.
God.
I will admit. Here, I'm gonna throw this out there. This is gonna be a bit of a hot take. When I first saw something dream related, I thought it was okay. I didn't was overly excited about it. I was like, oh, this is okay. This is all right. And then it just started to devolve from there.
Yeah, like I'll say it. When Dream was first like a thing before it all went downhill, I even watched some of his videos, and I thought they were okay. But as soon as like everything went downhill and it became, the fan base just ugh.
Yeah.
It's just, it makes me gross. Like, feel so yucky,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I gotta say, I fucking, the only like reason that Dream ever showed up on my radar, and I think I've only ever watched one Dream video, and it was skimming through it to be like, what is this content? Because it's so poorly edited and shitty.
Yeah.
It was like, the reason why he even showed up on my radar is because his shitty ass thumbnails kept popping up on the sidebar, where it's just like a fucking dude underground, and it's like a 2D, like fake 2D dude underground, like, ooh.
God. The only videos I like really watched were like his very first ones, like when he had like 100,000 subs or whatever. Because they were, I'm not trying to say I like Dream or anything here, but they weren't the worst. Because like his content has definitely become more like
it's like
artificial.
It's the Sky Does Minecraft syndrome now. I'm calling it that.
Yeah.
Where it's like after everything, Sky, like Sky Does Minecraft videos, like they're still good. The older ones are, and it's like, yeah,
I wouldn't say necessarily.
I would.
Yeah, I feel like there might be a little bit of like, like your nostalgia sunglasses are on.
I'm more talking about the mod reviews, but
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
Funny
I kinda get what
Skydo's
you're saying
Minecraft
now.
scream. Haha, funny.
funny butter.
Funny butter.
butter squids. I hate squids.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird going back to older YouTubers that you liked as a kid, and then you're like, oh no, he said the N word in this, didn't he?
I've had it's a
shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that I've gone back like that I don't think has said anything like terrible is Captain Sparkles.
And Venom.
Like he said, yeah, and Venom too. I mean, like they said like penis and like the usual, for being a YouTuber from back then. But like, I'm so glad they didn't like do any racist shit.
I think the only time that Ant Venom's ever like said anything like weird like
raunchy.
that has or kind of raunchy is like in the old like Sky's Minecraft like skits videos that he did in Minecraft when he was transitioning out of RuneScape.
Oh yeah.
There's like a lot of clips of like Ant Venom like saying like some fuck shit, but it was the comedy of the era that like everyone liked at that point, like there was like I don't know, it was just like that's 2010 Minecraft or 2010 YouTube shit, like that's just how things were back then. It's weird and yucky, but like it's just like it's not anything like too like super horrible. But I have not watched those videos in a long time. I could be wrong. So I don't know. It's just it's so fucking weird. I hate how like YouTube content nowadays is so fucking like fucking grind set, game the system.
I get so
rich
tired
quick.
Of it. Because like people
Especially
used to go on
Minecraft.
YouTube just because like it just used to be YouTube was a platform for people to just make what they want to make.
Mm-hmm. It was YouTube, but not.
It was it's
Like,
not them
YouTube, not or I don't know. That's why like sometimes I like going back and just watching really old videos because it feels so real. Like it's not all like fancied up and like it's not a production. It's like an actual person making a video, which is something that you just don't really see anymore. It's kind of a bro moment. It's all so like highly edited and stuff.
That's why I don't want to hire an editor, at all. Is because like, sure, I would like to get videos out more, but it's like I wanted a specific way to where, I would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I think that a lot of OG YouTubers like Rob Scallon still keeps that like very like fucking like,
like obviously there's exceptions. I think there's like definitely a good way to go about evolving your content because like people can hire editors and stuff, and I think that's fine. My problem just stems from like when like like the dream garbage where it's so like fake. Because there's still plenty of people that make really awesome videos that are highly edited, but I like because they're like actual good videos. They have useful information or they're really entertaining. And it's like it's not
like
fake.
yours.
It's like dude, thank you.
I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
I do like Chip's content. Chip, you are like probably my favorite YouTuber.
Dude, thank you.
I've been watching a lot of Ryan Trahan recently, and like he's a newer YouTuber that has like kind of that like highly edited shit, but it doesn't feel fake.
But his are like at least like a lot of the titles and the thumbnails that like his videos do align with what he's advertising, which I appreciate.
He's like it still like keeps it to like him and what he is doing. It's very like centric on like his personality, but not in like a fake way. I don't
But
know.
in like
It's very
yeah. I get that. Yeah, I have watched a couple of his videos, and they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
I feel like he does a good job of like taking like the current like popular style of editing and like making videos, but doing it in a way that's still authentic. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. A good example of like highly edited but kind of really funny videos. Soviet Womble.
Never heard of him.
He does a bunch of he does a bunch of shit. From like Arma to CS:GO.
Oh, okay.
Mainly a lot of like shooters is what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he's kind of the reason I started doing the subtitles in my videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Fitz like was a big like perpetuator of like the subtitles in the videos, and that's like what skyrocketed them.
Yeah.
But it's like Soviet Womble was my inspiration, and I started doing that before I ever started watching Fitz. Because like the way that Soviet Womble does it is he kind of gives like life to the text instead of just popping up on screen. Like he'll have it fly in from the side. He'll have it come in like one letter at a time.
Yeah.
Or like one word at a time, just kind of filling up the screen. It's like it's all different.
Yeah. Text is something very like time consuming to put in a video.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so fucking.
It's a lot.
I've done it a couple times and it sucks.
All the subtitles for Sans, dude. It's so much. And that's like, he's just talking at a normal pace. Having to like keep up with like a lot of people and like really fast, quick paced conversations would probably suck.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
I did it with my CSGO video and it sucked. Like, it sucked to do, and also the end product sucked. Like, I had the subtitles in the fucking middle of the screen. Grave mistake.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It was just
I feel like it's like not very cost effective or time effective, you know, for that.
Yeah.
To do subtitles, because like I think it can add to a video, but it has to be done really like in a very proper way. Otherwise, it's like just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. The way that I learned to edit was watching that one Barry video on Grump Out where he goes through editing a Game Grumps episode.
Yeah.
That's the way that I learned to edit in Premiere Pro. I had been editing before that, but it was just like, that's what, like, you know, I learned a lot of Premiere Pro stuff from that video, even though it wasn't like meant to be a teaching thing. It was more just like him going through editing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, I don't think I ever really like
animation helped a lot with editing.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I don't think I ever really like watched anything like, I mean, I have now, but like when I was learning like to edit like a tutorial on how to edit, it was usually me just like looking or like watching someone's video and being like, oh, that's a cool edit. How do I do that? And then I look up that specific thing.
Yeah, like green screen. Like that was the first thing that I really learned to edit, was how to green screen.
Yeah. I didn't really mess around with that until way later, because like I just did like gameplay videos without any face cam or anything. So I was just like, you know, how to cut stuff, how to do transitions, and like, you know, the basic stuff. But
I think the thing that I learned recently was the like the VHS effect.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I have just like a preset that I pop into Premiere Pro and it just does it.
I don't have to use a preset, bitches.
He's got a real fucking camera, baby.
God.
God. Yeah, that one's a fun one to do, like with the chromatic aberration stuff.
Yeah.
Also, like learning like just any program, like any type of stuff. Like FL Studio was like, I learned lo-fi hip hop, and like how to do like lo-fi music. That was like my main shit for a while, and like it's pretty easy to get into because it's structured very simply, and like it's just meant to loop on forever and just be very chill and low tempo and like just, you know, and background music. And then like fucking Blender, like that one took a long time to learn, but I think it's because with Blender there's so much you can do. There's like
Blender is a super versatile program. Like so much shit you can do with that. I learned that like kind of like a little bit quicker, I feel like, because like especially with Pogo Rocket, that like really boosted my learning with that.
I remember like talking to you like a while ago about Blender, and I was like, I mean I say a while ago, but I mean like before you started like picking it up, really. And then you were like how hard is it? And I was like, you just got to focus on one thing and just go balls deep into it.
Yeah, because I remember like when I first messed with Blender, it was so long ago. Like I was like 7 years old when I first fucked with Blender, because my sister was using it for like school or whatever. Like and I think she like just started high school, so this was forever ago. But like it seemed so complicated to me as a kid, because like I just wasn't used to those kind of programs. Like as a little kid, I'm used to like, you know, kind of like how like a game interface is, like where it's very simple and straightforward. But like looking at Blender, I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of numbers. There's flying
so many
around
buttons and stuff.
The UI sucked back then.
Oh yeah, it was the worst. But yeah, going back to it like fucking years later, and like when did I really start? I think like 2020 was probably when like I first really started to kind of get back into it. But it was like, it really wasn't that bad. I think like my view of Blender was very skewed because I was a little child.
Well, I had been trying to get into Blender for a long time. Like I tried 2016 and it was the old shitty version of Blender. And I was like, oh, it's scary. And like, I followed a couple tutorials and I was like, it was like pretty easy at that time. It's just, I wasn't used to the keybinds at all. And I wasn't even like used to a lot of different programs at that time. I think I had just switched over to Premiere Pro or something. Like it was I was in a scuffed state at that point in time. So in like 2018 I started picking it up again and like focusing, or like the trick with Blender is that you got to focus on one fucking aspect, because if you don't, you are fucked. Because your brain gets overwhelmed so quickly, and then you just turn off the program because you're like, too much. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. On second thought, no. So I just learned I just learned how to do material nodes because it was very interesting to me. And like I picked up like a couple modeling things from like watching videos and like I don't know, just the material nodes is very fun for me to do, and that's my favorite part of making anything in Blender. It's like just fucking around with that. Yeah,
that can be pretty fun. I think my favorite thing is probably just like just making like really like geometric like mechanical models, because it's just kind of fun to me. Like organic stuff is a bra moment because it's really hard to make it look good. And there's so many vertices to deal with and stuff. It's kind of a mess. But like I love the geometric basic like shape stuff because it's just really fun to like, and like also just making like scenes too. Like that's like the funnest thing.
Like that,
because it's just
that scene that I made for Max for a stream is like one of my favorite fucking things in the universe, and I'm still like adding on to it. Like,
it's so fun to add on to like a big scene like that. It's just it's the coolest. I love it.
And it's not even like done at all yet. I have this plan for it that like is really cool to me, and I don't want to say on cast because it's like a long running project.
Don't want to spoil it.
But yeah, I find it really interesting just like learning a program for the first time it starts off really fucking hard because you're so overwhelmed by all the things that you could do but don't know how to do.
Mhm.
And then you like, I don't know, just focusing on one aspect is really fucking
that's really
how you got to do it.
Yeah,
one thing at a time.
Sometimes sometimes I like don't really like learning new programs because like the thing is like the programs I do know I'm really good at, like Paint.net, for example. Like I haven't switched over to Photoshop because it's just so natural to me to use Paint.net. Yeah, it's like, it's just I gotta spend so much time, relearning stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like me with Krita. For the longest time, I used to use Krita to like edit photos.
Yeah,
and I got really good at it. And then it's like I was introduced to Photoshop, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm
kind of like feeling like that sometimes with the Paint.net because like there's a lot of really useful things in Photoshop. I think one thing though that like the reason why I haven't really put in the time yet, it's just because like Paint.net and Sony Vegas, like in comparison to Premiere, it's just so much like faster and easier to like open up really quick and do some stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like I think for a lot of what I do, which is like game development stuff where I'm like making a million different sprites and sound effects and all that, it's like it's so much easier for me to just do that stuff really quickly because I don't need all the crazy complicated features a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when I do need that, I'll finally open up Photoshop or something, but like especially text. But I don't know. It just depends. I mean, maybe one day I'll. Yeah.
So for you, it's harder to switch from a pre-existing program to a new one rather than learning a new program ground up.
It's difficult. I think like I would say learning a brand new program is probably harder, but it's more like something that I would like not prefer, but like I would be more open to that idea. I think just for the reason that like it's like here's a new tool set I can use. But the thing with switching to a program is like I already have this pretty decent tool set. Yeah. I can spend all the time to switch, but I only get a couple new things, which is why sometimes I'm like, is it really worth the time? I mean, I know at some point I think I will. It's like
being right-handed and then trying to switch to your left hand as your dominant, and it's like you got to rewire your brain at that point. Like it's so hard to swap over all the things over. It's like I've been there a couple times or multiple times. And I'm trying to kind of do that recently with Ableton and FL Studio. Like I'm so used to FL Studio, and I want to try Ableton because it's got a lot of better things for live recording, and I want to get more into that. And it's so hard to rewire my brain. Like I understand the basics of it, but it's like still the small things that are like hardwired that are like I just can't like fucking flip,
Yeah, that's like I kind of had that same experience like when I switched from like a membrane keyboard to a mechanical keyboard.
Oh yeah.
Because like I knew mechanical keyboards were better, and I was kind of like I kind of forced myself to switch in a way because like my membrane keyboard broke. So I didn't have a membrane keyboard. I bought a mechanical one, and I just lost all ability to type. I was just like, it was so difficult for me because like I was typing pretty quick, and it was gone. I was like typing at like 20 words per minute. It was so like, oh my God, I feel so dumb. But but like now I've gotten to a point where I can type way faster than I did on a membrane keyboard. So I feel like at some point I'll probably try to make that switch with a lot of programs. But I don't know. It's just like I've got to weigh my options because it's like that takes time. I think once I'm finally fucking done with some bullshit for a while, I'm done with school, then maybe I'll just spend like, a couple months like trying out some new program stuff. But I don't know. It's just so difficult.
I get what you mean about the keyboard thing, by the way, because I swapped from a membrane to a mecha membrane because I knew that if I went straight to a mechanical keyboard, it would be disaster. So I tried to go for a nice in between, and I like the I like the fucking keyboard that I have.
Yeah, I need to make that switch because right now I use caps locks to do capital letters, which I know is so fucking.
I do that
bad.
also.
Yeah, I know it's like wrong. And someday I would like to switch over to using shift, but I type so much that it's so difficult for me because like it's so inefficient starting out, you know? Like I know it's like it will be faster eventually and better, but it's so limiting sometimes being like, oh, this is just slowing down everything. I'm just going to not do it today, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's easier for me to tap caps lock because I'm already pecking at the keys really fast. So I just like hit it. Because like a lot of people just have their fingers like how they taught me in school or tried to teach me in school, but they didn't fucking happen. Was you're supposed to have your fingers like your pointer fingers on F and J.
I don't do that.
So that's why they're underlined on the keys. Like you're supposed to have
dude, I didn't know that until
points.
you told me that. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, you didn't know that? But then again, they taught me in school and you didn't go to school. So like the only way that you would know is from your parents, really.
Yeah,
like nobody really says that online. Like it's just something that you gotta like figure out, I guess.
Yeah. My finger position is probably all sorts of fucky because like I always default to my fingers on WASD. Just because, you know, that's what I've always done.
Oh, yeah.
Entire
this
life.
Is gaming. You're a gamer.
Yeah, it's gaming. I do that and like I have my right index finger on H. Because usually the first thing I'm always typing is hey or hello or hi or something, you know? So that's just kind of my natural state. But I don't know. I can type about at least 100 words per minute usually. So it's working, I guess. But sometimes it feels like I've learned the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because I recently, because I have like this, like the one-handed Razor Tartarus.
Oh,
I've been typing with one hand.
Oh, that's weird.
But it's like I can still get like 90 words a minute.
Well, yeah. That's fucking really fast.
90 to 80.
How do you type that fast with one hand?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's actually pretty crazy.
I have so many typos when I type. It is I don't know how I'm allowed to type.
Yeah. Dude, 90% of mine are just because I leave like caps locks. Like it gets in my head where I'm like, uh-oh, that's a capital letter. I backspace and then uncaps lock so that the letter's like lowercase, and I just switch back and forth like 5 times because I'm like fuck. Yeah. It's the worst. I need to use shift, but I'm a little bitch baby. I don't feel like
it's way harder for me to hold shift and type a thing, like because you have to use a finger to hold down shift and then use another finger to type the button and then let go. Like that just makes my brain die whenever I try and do it. So I just don't. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Caps lock moment.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah. I kind of get that, but yeah, I don't know.
Also, I never like capitalize on a regular basis, really. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I usually just like if I do use caps, then it's usually all caps for like a certain part of a sentence, and then like I don't like capitalize names or the letter I, you know. Like
I don't ever capitalize I except when it's like an essay, but like what's really nice though with Word is that it just does it for you for eyes, so I don't even do it. Which is kind of epic, honestly.
And then also I think that you have it set up on your phone so that it doesn't do the initial caps letter, but it capitalizes I's and shit.
It's weird because I don't know. It's like usually it does the capital first letter, but sometimes on Discord it just doesn't.
For me, it always does it, and I'm like, ugh. But then again, it's a good way of people that or of people to like know that I'm on my phone because I never capitalize the first letter.
Yeah. But like if I type out a message like to my mom right now, it capitalizes it. But if I go into Discord, like let me try this. Oh, I just like, why did I do that? I just subconsciously clicked the capital button. Maybe, I guess that's why. I never even thought about it until I just like did it. You know what I mean? That's so weird. I guess I just don't, I purposely don't do the capital. I don't know why. I don't know why that's only Discord. I feel so confused right now.
Oh, man. Well, we have been going for like an hour, I think. We did 5 million intros, so like maybe it was only 5 minutes. I don't know, something like that. But so you guys want to go get some burgers?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Where's Max at?
Where we go? I don't know.
He said he was going to be here for this podcast, and he just didn't.
Yeah, he just didn't show up.
Oh,
burger for Max.
Fuck.
What?
I left him in Cabo.
You what?
I left him in Cabo. We went.
Ace! We've talked about this before. This is the second time.
I know it's the second time.
What the fuck?
This is not.
God. We have to go pick him up.
Oh, we had to fly down there to get him again.
My fucking God.
Season, you can fly a plane, right?
Theoretically.
Good enough. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, God damn it, I missed recording the podcast. Wait. The DadBod plane is gone. They went to go get me, didn't they? Season can't fly a plane! God damn it! I tell him this. I tell Michael that he can't fly planes. Oh my God.